had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Robinson up the middle. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. A big game here for Carson Wentz. He mostly got cheers. Some boos smattered him when he was announced before the game, but 35-32-1 was Wentz in his 5 years as the Phillies starter. His best year, well, you remember that one, 2017, finished 3rd at MVP voting, but a knee injury ended his season late and opened the door for Nick Foles to carry the Eagles to a Super Bowl title. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And some room to run now. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a 1st down Washington on a pickup of 18. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Gets this out quickly to Dotson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now it's 3rd and 4.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Boston Scott deep for Philadelphia. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line. Into the end zone for a touchback. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 20. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Hurts. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Now the second-year man, here's Kenneth Gainwell. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Hurts to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Robinson with another carry. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, Antonio Gibson with him. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Out of the gun, it's Howell. Got an open man, finds Gibson. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling this flag on that one.
On the give, here's Robinson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Howell. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort turned it into a successful play.
Here we go, Shaq.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And he pushed it. Pushed it from short distance, wide right. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Still searching for that first breakthrough, and I thought this might be it. But it's not to be, and we're still scoreless.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
An unfortunate distinction for Sanders last season. He had the most yards, 754 of any back in the league, to not score a touchdown. He's still the guy in Philly, though, and he'll get back to scoring this season. Plenty of work available for him in the league's top rushing offense from a year ago.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Montez Sweat with a tackle.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Stay tough, boys. Stay tough. Come on, boys. Here we go. Do it. You got this.
Ready?
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
When you find that kind of be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Another run with Sanders. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Any running play is called, they're always hoping it's going to bring good and go the distance. When you have a nice game like that, you do so many things.
essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Hurts. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. Touchdown! Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of people are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hand off now to Robinson. He'll get this to about the 38. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option. You
get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Second down, Howell back to pass. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
On 2nd and 7, Howell will dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
I like the play design there. They occupy the defense downfield. Everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. On 1st down, Howell. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
It's
got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays that send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
Throwing again on second down. Howell. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A very solid gain of 27.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr. with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Commanders are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Nick Folk for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here's Trenton Cannon on the return from his end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up the first down.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big balls.
This is caught inside the 15. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. Back to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Powell throwing on first down here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, Howell. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Robinson up the middle. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Cannon now elects to bring this out. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going, so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Right back to Sanders on first down, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. 54 yards on the ground for him so far.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Calling a gain of 40, so it sets up a big play here. 30 yards.
They set it up to get a little further here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Second down and 3. From the gun, it's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Devontae Smith's workload certainly didn't get any lighter going from being a Heisman Trophy winner at Alabama to his first year with the Philadelphia Eagles. 104 targets as a rookie, and his 916 yards. They're the most for a Philly wideout since 2015. They go to him there for a first down.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Kendall Fuller, boy, no problems for him on that play defensively. Really nice tackle for loss.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right. They cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out and counted too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And 6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Out route pass complete to Goddard. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Dancing to his left. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder. If he wasn't a 1st-round pick, they want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They go play action with Howell. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Hassan Reddick, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello in a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They trail by 2 scores in the fourth, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. A time to see what this offense has left in the tank. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. But just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick-6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick-6?
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is will he be able to bounce back in the next one, because right now this has not been his game.
Another try after the first down sack. Powell got his man complete over the middle. That's Gibson. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play, because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And he finds McLaurin. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Oh, Howell loses it. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
So they keep the football, but now face second and long. Second down, Howell now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Third and long, here's Howell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time. Able to connect with Dotson. And he will be taken down, but it's a big play and a conversion for Washington on fourth down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. Folk connects on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
He'll get this down to the 38.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And they take a knee. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Were you one of those guys skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's
it.